Welcome to Access Community TV. I'm Sophia Fung, and this is Stephanie Fung with the Chinatown Action Group. It's been a very busy month for us as well as our group, and we're here to talk about some of the events, the organizings, and activities that we've been able to go and attend in around the Chinatown community. And going back to June 11th as a part of the Together Against Displacement and Dispossession Summit, our fellow Chinatown Action Group member, Janie, had the opportunity to speak as a panelist as a part of the Reconcile This, Uniting Struggles Against Colonial Dispossession and Capital Displacement. Last night, Stephanie had a chance to attend. Can you tell us about the panel, the discussions, and specifically how it relates to Chinatown and our work?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Sophie. So on June 11th, I attended that panel where Janie from the Chinatown Action Group was speaking there as a panelist. And alongside her, there were other speakers at the event, including Melinda Kashina-Bish and Brandon Gabriel of the Kwantlen First Nation, Ashley Mollison, who is a Victoria Super Intent City supporter, and Natalie Knight from the Yurok Nation and Volcano newspaper. So the panelists spoke about the struggles for the redistribution of wealth and stolen through the occupation of indigenous lands and how that relates to their own personal experiences and organizing work that they do. Mm-hmm. So when I went to the panel that evening, I felt really inspired by the talks that went on, and especially from the indigenous speakers who were there to speak at the event. And it really made me reflect a lot on my location and position as a Chinese diasporic woman living on unceded Coast Salish territories and the work that I'm doing with you in the Chinatown Action Group and along with other friends in the community. And it really made me reflect, I guess, more about how we struggle to fight against gentrification and displacement in Chinatown. And thinking through how that relates to Indigenous struggles for sovereignty and self-determination. Mm-hmm. So it was a really good learning process for me, and I'm really looking forward to bringing those conversations that I heard from the panel and bringing it back to our group and talking to you more about it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those discussions. I'm sure it'll be very fruitful for us.
Yeah. So I've heard that a lot of members in our group have been really involved in Chinatown activities, including you, and you were recently invited to attend the Chinese Head Tax Families Society AGM on May 28th. Could you tell us more about that and some of the highlights?
Yeah, so it was really special for me to be able to attend because my family is a head tax family. My great-grandfather paid a head tax fee to get into Canada to be a laborer. So it was really special for me to be sitting in a room with 35 other folks and in a very intergenerational group to be a part of that narrative. Mm-hmm. And so the Head Tax Society of Canada, Families of Canada, are calling for the redress beyond just the surviving head tax payers and their spouses. And so 10 years ago, the Head Tax Family Societies of Canada was able to get an apology from the Harper government. But the compensation that has been offered only makes up less than 1% of families who were impacted by the discriminatory legislation. And so the fight continues on, and they continue on with their demands for an inclusive redress where the federal government acknowledges the impacts of the discriminatory laws that have impacted the lives and the families and many generations that have had to deal with the head tax, as well calling for the government to act in the spirit of one certificate, one claim, so that it's not only exclusive to those who are survivors, which there are few of now remaining. And yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing about your personal connection through your family's history to the head tax and the redress movement. And what is the future for the redress movement? What are the ongoing efforts?
Yeah, so the head tax Family Societies of Canada will be writing letters, putting pressure on their local MLAs and MPs, asking for these demands to be put through. And I know they're writing letters to the new Prime Minister now, hoping for a more fruitful conversation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that doesn't end there. So you were also at the Paint In as the campaign to be a part of the Our Homes Can't Wait at 58 West Hastings. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened at that event?
Campaign was, it's called Our Homes Can't Wait campaign at 58 West Hastings, and it was initiated by the Carnegie Community Action Project. So since then it has been endorsed and supported by many various groups, including Chinatown Action Group. And so what's happening at that site is that the city of Vancouver wants to develop it and introduce mixed social housing, which with only a fraction of those units going to low-income people. So CCAP and many of the groups are calling for 100% social housing at those sites, which would be 1/3 going to Indigenous, 1/3 to Chinese, and 1/3 to people who are homeless. So I went to that event. I thought it was a success. There was a huge turnout. There's food, music, dance. It was a great way, I thought, to actually go out and send a message to City Hall demanding for affordable housing.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to seeing the photos and the big mural that came out of the painting as well.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a great success. I guess that's time up for now. And again, thank you for watching Access TV. I'm Stephanie Fung. This is Sophie Fung from the Chinatown Action Group.
If you would like to find out more about our group, check us out on Facebook at Chinatown Action Group, or if you have any emails or would like to get in touch with us, it is chinatownactiongroup@gmail.com. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.